All right, good morning, bows and bow ties. So look, it is 7:17. I have until about 7:43. There might be some shenanigans going on in the background, so you're gonna have to forgive me. And because I am multitasking here, you're gonna have to just not judge. I'm gonna eat my toast, drink my coffee, and run my mouth. So here we go again. Here we go again. First of all, let me just say this. I want to bring up Caitlin Clark and then I'm going to move on. Number one, I don't understand this unhealthy obsession with um, men who look like me caping for this girl. The thing is, they are actually helping create the divide. People want to like Caitlin Clark because she is a fun player. She's a good player. But what people don't want to see is you going that hard for someone and you don't support your own too. You don't protect your own too. So to see Stephen A. and Shannon Sharpe up there buck dancing, looking like, let me just dial it back. It is really hard. And this is the thing about Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark needs to get with her team. I say this because she needs to really focus on how does she want to show up. Don't come over here. Okay, make sure you're over there. Get lotion on your legs. Sorry. So she needs to figure out how does she want to show up in this world, right? She is a brand. I don't think she understands her brand. I already put that up. Can you take care of what you need to take care of for school, please? She doesn't understand her brand. She doesn't know how to really galvanize her fans in the right direction. She doesn't know how to make herself likable to everyone. What she has done is made herself, partially not her fault, partially her fault. She's made herself likable to only some fringe fans out in like Indiana and Iowa or the flyover states who are psycho. I said what I said. What she has to do is figure out how to make herself likable to everyone. Now, this is what I want to say. And I'm sorry for chewing my mouth open, but I'm rushing. The fact that she is a white woman, there's nothing wrong with that. I think there's something to be said. And where I'm going with it is this. When we had Serena Williams taking over tennis and Tiger Woods and Simone Biles, Gabby Douglas. This is the thing. We had Serena Williams, we had Tiger Woods, we had all that going on. We had people who weren't typically represented in these sports. And when they had an opportunity to shine, and we loved that for them. And so to see Caitlin Clark coming to the WNBA, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. People are like, oh my goodness, I see myself in her. WNBA is represented by a large contingent of Black women. I think a lot of them are in the LGBT community, which not everybody can identify with. So to see a supposedly straight woman come through, I don't have a problem with it. I want to be able to see Caitlin Clark be who she is. The problem is her whacked out weirdos, the wows, fans. I'm beginning to really think that they're not necessarily really supporting Caitlin Clark in her basketball. It was about something else. Because as soon as she is not on board with them or whatever, they're going to discard her. But to see these men get up here, and I just used Shannon Sharpe and Stephen A. Smith, and they are going way too hard, and they're yelling at women, and they're being really psycho. The whole thing is just so weird. Like they want to go that hard for Caitlin Clark. They don't go that hard for any other Black female athlete. We saw what Emmanuel Acho did to Angel Reese. It was disgusting. So I'm like, here we go again. You got these dudes up here going that hard. It's just like they can't even see the blind spot that they have. They are digitally and video. What's the word I want to use? The digital and video buck dance. I can't with these guys. I mean, what? Just to fix it. Just do it. See how that works? So your sister's saying that your waffles are gonna burn. So anyway, the Caitlin Clark story, I'm tired of hearing about it. They're making it divisive, and all we want to do is just see her do some really good things because she is talented. You know, I think they protect her a little too much because she does start a lot of stuff too. But it's like you just want to like her and watch her play, but they're creating the division. These two dudes, and you know, I like Shannon Sharpe, but he's just getting a little too messy. I mean, he's just acting like I'm trying not to say certain things, but he's doing too much at this point. And I like Shannon, but I'm like, you're doing too much. Which brings me to my next topic. Shannon Sharpe. Look, recently he made some ignorant tweets. Let me bring them up. He's sitting there getting into it with Meg Thee Stallion, talking about her hair, and then he tried to create like a pick me environment, bringing his kids into talking about at least she has real hair. This to me, I'm sitting here looking at him. I'm like, you and them strong features of yours sound like a runaway slave, and you want to talk about somebody's hair? You who can, on the one hand, he's great at analyzing sport, but can't talk well. He sounds like a runaway, like he sounds like like we master now. Now he's entertaining, you know, but I feel like he's sitting there taking shots at a woman and her features and stuff like. I'm not here for it. Let me see. Can you guys see that? He's talking about, why are you on my page? Don't you have another horse to rob of his hair? Stop trying to kill my vibe. I'm sitting there thinking, like, now, if women took real shots at these guys, because a lot of these guys are really sensitive. If we started taking shots at the fact that, okay, we're going to talk about your diction. We're going to talk about the fact that you sound like a dumb dumb. And I don't think he's dumb at all. I actually think he's actually an intelligent man. We're going to talk about your anti-blackness. Listen to this stuff. He's talking about, yes, my daughter's hair is real. I mean, it's like this weird obsession with his kid's hair. This is how I know that these dudes are buck broken. These dudes don't even like themselves. They don't like themselves. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I am really sick and tired of black men in particular thinking that they're taking a shot at black women. Because I'm like, I know I have a slick mouth. We can take some shots at Shannon. We can take some shots. But I don't see what the upside in that would be. I find that these men have no idea how they are really showing up in the world. They think that they're showing up and winning, and I think their definition for winning is I don't know. I don't even want to say it's flawed. I want to say it's different. Because the only thing they seem to have is their sexuality and maybe some money. These men who are showing up, and I hate to go there on these men who look like me because you want to support them, but I'm like, you make it really hard when you do that. You don't see any other group coming out here doing this to their most prized resource, which is their women and children. They don't do it. You see black men doing this to black women all the time. Now, I'm going to warn you. I have a wedding to go to this weekend. And since we're dealing with all these hurricane rains, I'm not going to go get my hair. And I was going to go get it professionally done. No, not going to happen because it won't last. So I'm trying to decide if I'm just going to walk around like this or if I'm going to wear it braided up. I will have fake hair. I don't think that should determine anything about me because, I wear all kinds of hairstyles, right? The point I'm making is they use that as a way of like trying to get at somebody as a zinger or something like that. The way that they're coming after black women, and I'm just kind of like, there's a reason why we can't have healthy relationships, healthy dialogue. It's stuff like this. He's talking about go robbing somebody. I'm like, really? There's so many ways you can come at this man. I'm just at the point where I'm tired of the anti-blackness. And right now, the media will continue to promote these kinds of men. This is what's representing our community because they have the loudest voice. It's your Shannon Sharps and Stephen A. Smiths. And then they're going to get up there and argue with women on how the women want their sport to be represented and to be presented. And these women need to realize they need to have their own channels because at the end of the day, these silly men are going to get up here on TV and they're going to try to create the narrative that they want everybody to know about your sport. That's the reason why you've got your Shannon Sharps and Stephen A. Smiths wanting to argue Caitlin Clark. I'm like, let this girl win a championship or something. She has yet to win anything. Anyway, so I'm at the point now, I'm like, here we go again. I'm going to sit there and watch Shannon Sharpe and Stephen A. Smith buck dance and tap dance for everyone so that they can continue with this narrative. They're creating this whole story around Caitlin Clark when I'm like, to be honest, I like Caitlin Clark actually, but I'd rather see Asia Wilson. I actually want to see the Bayou Barbie, but she's got a broken wrist. Or a shy Barbie. Because they look like me. That's the reality of it. They look like me. I don't look like Caitlin Clark. And I don't resonate with her fan base. So between Caitlin Clark's story and you got Shannon Sharpe saying this stupid stuff, he is so stupid. He wants to insult Black women, period. And let me tell you something. These guys out here, I'm at the point where it's just kind of like some people just can't be saved. They can't be saved. And before any of you start getting in my comments talking about, Black women in hair, I'm like, you guys are full of it. You are the biggest hypocrites because you say you don't want it, but that's exactly what you're going after. Whether it's in a Black woman or a non-Black woman, that's the look you're going after. So I don't want to hear it. If you're not into it, you wouldn't continue to pursue that type of woman. You say you don't like all the lashes and the hair and stuff. That's exactly what you're going after. So I don't want to hear it. All right. That's about it. It's 7:30. I don't want to belabor this too long. I need to drink this coffee. I got to finish this toast because we ran out of other things. I don't have any yogurt. I don't have my granola. This is a whole situation here. And I need to make sure my kids are right before we get out of the door because we were having a very dysfunctional morning. As you can see in the background, I was just kind of like, just do what you need to do. Like, this isn't hard. So, all right. Like all my videos and leave a comment. Bye.